Friends, today I will discuss some tips for the CSS exam. These tips can also be used for other exams, but these are especially for the competitive exams, CSS, PMS, and other competitive exams. As I mentioned, that CSS is Central Superior Services. So we need superior efforts and superior people for these exams. My number one tip is that please watch my first two videos, especially on the topic of CSS. And you may please also keep watching on other videos which are directly or indirectly related to CSS. But today I will be talking specifically on general terms on CSS. These three videos I will use for future discussions which are generally related to the exam preparation, subject selection, syllabus, previous papers, and other related topics. Then I will go on in each specific video on each specific paper. So tip number one is please keep on watching my videos, especially the first two videos which were specifically dedicated to the CSS examination. Tip number two, understanding the topics, not only knowledge of the topics. There is a difference between understanding and knowledge. Knowledge is like the systematic collection of information or data which we receive by the process of education or by experience. And education is the proper change in behavior, the process by which our behavior is changed. Education can be formal, informal, and non-formal. So by non-formal or informal we have experiences, and by formal education we have teacher, student, classroom, teaching, learning material environment in which education is formally imparted by a teacher. The modern term for the teacher is facilitator, and to a student, and the modern term for the student in modern pedagogy is participant. No like this traditional way of teacher and student. So try to understand what is understanding. Understanding is different from knowledge. As I said, knowledge is the systematic collection of information or data. Data can be primary data, secondary data. We combine it, we collect it, then we make it information. And then from information we get a body of knowledge. Now the next stage is understanding. Understanding is making our own opinion. For example, we are like our income, we want to earn money. This earning process of money, when we work, we are on job. So this is education. This is the learning process, cognition, having experiences. So that is education. What we get, the money, that is knowledge. Because education, another definition of education is the process by which knowledge is gained or imparted. So the process is education. The stuff, the material is knowledge. And this knowledge consists of data, maybe primary or secondary data, and then its use of the money. The use of the money, that is called understanding. So we can, for example, one person, he has $1,000. So one person can make like, from this 1,000 can make 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000. Another person may not understand or will understand little, will use it little. So he may make it from the 1,000, 500, 100 and may lose it, zero, nothing. So knowledge, education, data, information, and understanding. So for CSS, there are like more than 20,000 candidates, maybe sometimes 30,000 candidates, and you have to be in the top 200. What is the secret? What is the tip? So the second important tip, that is understanding the topics, not having knowledge of the topics, but understanding. Understanding is that when you have the knowledge, you can manipulate it. You can use it the way you want for maximum and optimum benefit. That is very, very important. This concept in CSS, who are the top 200 competitors? Those who understand the topics, not those who know, those not who are educated. For example, I am now talking to you, so I am trying to educate. I am trying to share, and you are learning. So this is the process. But when you understand the concept, when you understand and when you use it and when you describe it in your own words, in your own style, in your own originality, your own touch, so you give it your own colors. So that is called understanding. So we may know something because that is the first step. But when we understand something, then we are independent. We are free. We have liberty. We have freedom how to use that knowledge. So please, my request for the CSS candidates or the PMS or any other exam or in any educational process, that is understanding the topics, the themes, the concept, that the concept becomes clear what this thing is. For example, in the current affairs, globalization. So globalization, we can know what is globalization. Okay, we can get information, we can get data. We collect this information, we make a body of knowledge in a process of education, formally, informally, or non-formally. But that is not enough. Enough is to understand the concept of globalization, that you can talk, you can write on the topic of globalization in your own words. That becomes you become the master, and that becomes your servant. And you can play around, you can manipulate, you can use, you can utilize, you can conceptualize, you can make your own judgments, your own decisions, your own conclusions. You can criticize, critical appreciation. You can appreciate the thing, that how this thing is. So when you are sitting in a CSS paper, so what will differentiate you from others? That will be understanding of the topics, not just having knowledge. Number 3. So please, understanding is very important. Understanding, keep it in your mind. No misunderstanding. Understanding, no misconception. Conceiving, inculcation, keeping the thing in your mind and then using it the way you want, originally, correctly, accurately. Fluency and accuracy, both. That is understanding. So be master of the concept. Use it the way, in your own way, and present it to the world. So this is tip number 2, which is understanding. Okay, tip number 3. Tip number 3 is linguistic analysis. So you have the CSS syllabus. Please start from the first word in the syllabus, then that word, that term. And to understand the word and term, you must have, for the terms, you must have like New World, Third College, Webster Dictionary. Because that dictionary gives definitions. It doesn't give meaning. Meaning is for the word, definition is for the term. So you must do linguistic analysis of each and every word and term in the CSS syllabus, and then connect it with the previous papers. So this is, the linguistic clarity, that you become clear that what this thing is. Maybe you can call it the process of knowledge, that you are getting the information. Yes, that is important, that you must, doing linguistic analysis, the terminology, you must understand that what this word is, what this term is. For the word, you must have the meaning, and for the term, you must have the definition. That is important, terminology. A doctor talks in his own words, which is medical terminology. An engineer talks in his or her own words, which is engineering technology. So this is important. This was tip number 3, linguistic analysis, understanding the words in each and every word in the CSS syllabus, both compulsory and optional subjects. Next step is what? Optional papers. That is very, very, very important, to select the optional papers. Think over it on each and every paper. discuss with me or with other seniors, with other friends, that I'm going to take this subject. For example, I'm taking Indo-Pak history. So do you have penchant? Do you have proclivity? Do you have tendency? Not proclivity, which may be negative, but do you have like, proper liking for that subject? And did you study it in your primary, secondary, or higher education? Do you have some background knowledge? Okay, and do you love that subject? Do you enjoy that subject? When you study that subject, do you feel boredom? It is something tedious for you, or you are just like enjoying it like a chocolate? You are eating it. You are, the way. I want to know more. What was the difference between sultans and Mughals? Okay, and what were which Mughal was that? Aurangzeb, the greatest Mughal, or Akbar was the greatest Mughal? What were the policies? The differences in the policies of Akbar and Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb physically controlled the whole India, but his policies were catastrophic, disaster. He brought disaster to the Muslim rule in India. While Akbar, he was more tolerant. He didn't control the whole area geographically. So for Akbar, quality was important, not quantity. Aurangzeb tried to control the whole India with his own ideas, but he could not, and then the degeneration of the Mughal Empire started after Aurangzeb. So, this is important, that do you enjoy these things, or you just read it in a bore way? That is very important. Selection of the optional subjects, please, those who are serious candidates, CSS candidates, they should just try reading the previous papers and the CSS syllabus in the whole list of the optional papers. CSSforums.com is a very good site. You can just use it for the beginners. And the Federal Publishers Commission website, you can also use it for the list. I have also given, I will be giving, and I have given some papers and some details. So please, the selection of the optional subject is a critical point, a turning point. Those people who wrongly select their papers, then they suffer in spite of that. Okay, the next step is the difference between hard work and smart work. CSS needs both hard work, but in a smart way. Okay, as we have in Pashto philosophy, Hindustan Hudena Raza, of Dharmasal ke khate kawal. This is a philosophy which means efforts in the right direction, not just efforts. And William James called it pragmatism. Logically, that idea is valid, which can be realized, which can be materialized. So that is very, very important, that you must have your efforts in the right direction. And the right direction is smart way. Okay, and the smart way is understanding. Again, it is a loop. If you understand the subject and then you can write in your own words, that will be your distinguishing feature from other people who will be just cramming. They will be just getting information. That will be like knowing the subject, having knowledge of the subject, but not understanding of the subject. So this point is that please be smart. Hard work, but be smart. How many months are required? That depends how smart you are, how intelligent you are. Intelligence is the mental capability of adjustment with available environment, where you are, in what situation you are. Because you are studying for one paper like for 4 or 5 months, and then you have 3 hours to reproduce that information, in a succinct, precise way. That is your smartness. How you can present. Because brevity is the soul of wit. Brevity is the soul of wit. Means that wisdom is not talking more and more and more. Brevity is the soul of wit. Means that in a short way, in a precise way, in a concise way, you present your ideas in such a way that the other understand that you understand the topic. So for optional subjects, please, this is very important, that I already said, that the selection of the optional subjects, and then be smart, not only hardworking, not only just studying and studying and studying and all the time and 24 hours and no food and no sleep and just study and then, no understanding. If you have understanding, then you are a smart guy. And that smart way of understanding must be presented in a proper way. Preparation and presentation, not only preparation in a smart way, and then presentation in a smart way. What counts is presentation, but presentation depends on preparation. If you are not well prepared, so you will be unable to present your ideas in a proper way. So today my message is like these few tips. As there is another Pashto philosophy which is Kagwala Harsa Shwakana Harko Shagram Wulido. Shagram is a place that if the donkey he is not going to sell, if I can't sell my merchandise, my commodities of like molasses or gold, if I can't sell it, if I go to a village which is Shagram and I don't sell it, but still it will be a kind of tourism for me, I will visit it. So CSS preparation never goes in vain. You get so much knowledge and you get so much understanding of the topics that knowledge will be helpful in any other aspect of life, in any other area. If you prepare yourself for CSS, you will understand not only Pakistan, not only Islam, not only current situation, not only science, not only like English, not only English language, essay writing. You will get information about history, you will get geography, maybe natural sciences, social sciences, languages. So you become you will get a comprehensive grasp on many other themes and topics that you can use it not only in CSS, PMS or other exams, but the same you can use in your life. Because CSS, as I said, the next step is personality test. That is not knowledge test, and personality is your expression. When you express your talent, because the talent you have, money you have in your pocket, but how you can use it. If you use it in a proper way, so then that becomes. So I will summarize again, please. Understanding of the topics, selection of the optional subjects, please keep on asking. I am trying to dedicate more and more time for these Facebook videos, so that what I can't do physically, I can do it virtually here. This is my mission, that I can guide my juniors. I can talk to them, they can talk to me. This is why, writing is very difficult. So sometimes I'm recording these videos so that you can understand. So please keep in touch, keep on asking questions. Not nice, thank you, very good. No. If you view the video, so please write a detailed comment, a detailed question. If you are not a CSS candidate, your family member can be, or any other person. But CSS, you can also call it, it is a mission of knowledge, not only an exam, not only career, not only job, but this is, the other day I was like talking on Pakistan affairs. So, many people appreciated that not only for exam, but just to understand Pakistan. Not to pass the exam, but to understand the phenomena which is called Pakistan. Pakistan is an important country. Current issues. We are reading newspapers. So we should understand, we should have the tools how to understand those topics. So see you soon. I'm speaking too much, but I hope you enjoy it. So please keep in touch. And I'm hoping for feedback in your comments and questions. Thank you.